A Woman of No Importance is one of Oscar Wilde's most notable plays, first performed in 1893. A sharp critique of Victorian society's rigid moral codes and hypocrisy, the play is filled with Wilde's signature wit, humor, and biting social commentary. The narrative follows a young woman's struggle against the double standards of the aristocracy, revealing the injustices embedded in a system that values appearances over integrity. The play is set in an opulent Victorian estate, where a group of British aristocrats gathers for a garden party. Among them is Mrs. Arbuthnot, a woman of mysterious past, and her son, Gerald. When Lord Illingworth, a charming but morally dubious aristocrat, offers Gerald a prestigious position, a dark secret comes to light. He is, in fact, Gerald's estranged father. Mrs. Arbuthnot has raised her son alone, having been abandoned by Illingworth years before. The play explores themes of gender inequality, societal hypocrisy, and moral responsibility as Mrs. Arbuthnot fights to protect Gerald from repeating his father's mistakes. This illustration captures the essence of the aristocratic world depicted in the play. The grand ballroom, with its chandeliers and gilded mirrors, represents the glittering facade of Victorian high society. In the image, a young woman stands apart from the lively conversation, symbolizing the alienation of those who do not conform to societal expectations. This reflects the position of characters like Mrs. Arbuthnot, who exist outside the accepted norms of respectability due to past transgressions. The garden party setting mirrors one of the most pivotal moments in the play, where the upper class indulges in witty banter while concealing personal scandals. The young woman standing alone by the fountain represents the weight of hidden truths, much like Mrs. Arbuthnot's concealed past. The setting's refined beauty juxtaposes the underlying tensions between characters, highlighting Wilde's critique of the superficiality of aristocratic values. Wilde's play dissects the rigid moral expectations imposed on women versus men in Victorian society. Lord Illingworth, despite his callous behavior, remains respected, whereas Mrs. Arbuthnot, a single mother who made sacrifices for her son, is deemed a woman of no importance. This double standard reflects Wilde's broader criticism of gender roles and societal hypocrisy. Wilde also uses humor and paradoxical wit to expose the absurdity of the aristocracy's moral pretensions. Lady Hunstanton and the other guests engage in seemingly light-hearted conversations, but their remarks reveal an undercurrent of insensitivity and entitlement. Meanwhile, characters like Hester Worsley, an American outsider, provide an alternative moral perspective, emphasizing individual dignity over social status. A Woman of No Importance remains a powerful critique of social injustice and gender inequality. Through its sharp dialogue and compelling characters, the play challenges the reader to question the values that dictate society's judgment of individuals. The illustrated scenes further emphasize the duality of Victorian high society, its grandeur and elegance masking the hidden conflicts and scandals beneath the surface. Wilde's timeless themes ensure that the play continues to resonate with modern audiences, serving as a reminder of the ongoing struggle for gender equality and social justice.